Right. Take paper number 11. Right. Take paper number 11. Paper number 11, first question, differentiation part. Okay. Next week onwards, you get full paper, right? Only PO and only applied like that. No? Okay. Now we have mixed papers, no? And the people, those who don't write the paper in the evening, doesn't matter. They can join the discussion because paper 11 at the moment, I don't have a copy. You don't have? Can't you share? No one has the paper. Why didn't you bring the paper? Last week absent. Huh? Can you get a copy of this photo of this and give me back? Wait a minute. Question number 1. Fx given x times x plus 3, x plus 1 perfect squared, x not equal to -1, right? Show that the first f dash x, the first derivative of fx relative to x is given by this, right? Take this as your u, take this as your v, dash x equals, right? Here, square this, right? And same thing you must write here. And multiply this, right? People, here, when you differentiate this, don't go to take this as u into v form. Remove the bracket, x squared. Derivative is what? 2x. X into 2, 3x. Derivative is 3. I don't like that. Huh? And keep this u as the same. Derivative of v. This 2 comes before x plus 1. X plus 1 term you can cancel down. Here 3. Right? Now, simplify this. F dash x coming as x plus 1 to power 3. Yes. Now, here we get 2x and x 2x squared. Here minus x squared to x squared we can cancel down. No x squared terms. Here 2x, here 3x, 5x. Here minus 6x, then minus x coming. Here 3, minus x plus 3 coming. Right. This way we can take the first terms, f dash x. Yes, once you take minus sign out from the numerator, minus x minus 3 divided by x plus 1 cube. Yes, marks coming like this. Here 5 marks, here 5 marks, here 5 marks. And for the final answer, another 5 marks. Okay. Next one asking, find the intervals on which fx is decreasing and the interval on which fx is increasing. Right. We will do this in the table. Therefore, I'm not going to answer that now. In the table, we'll write. Okay, right. Now, obtain the coordinates of the turning points of fx. Right. For the turning points, stationary points, no. For stationary points, right, dy by dx equals 0. That means f dash x minus x minus 3 divided by x plus 1 cube 0. Okay, x equals 3. Okay. When x equals 3, find y. Substituting that we are here. What do you get there? Here 6, 3, 18. Numerator 18 when you put x equals 3. 3 and 3, 6, 18. And here 4, 16. 9 over 8. Then the station point is 3, 9 over 8. For this 5 marks, right? For this other 5 marks, right? On the coordinate of the point of inflection on the graph of y equals fx, sketch the graph of y equals fx indicating the asymptotes, turning points, and points of inflection, right? Okay. Vertical asymptotes. Vertical asymptotes. People, for vertical asymptote, the denominator must be 0, no? X plus 1 squared 0. X equals minus 1. Vertical asymptote. Another 5 marks. Horizontal asymptotes. For horizontal asymptote, take x going to plus or minus infinity, no? Y limit, take x plus or minus infinity, the right hand side of fx. X times x plus 3, right? X plus 1 squared. Right. Take x out from the numerator. Take x out from the denominator. Also take this x out, x squared come in. Within bracket, we get like this. When you take this x out, x squared come in. 1 plus 1 over x perfect square. This 2 you can cancel down. Now put x infinity. When you put x infinity here, 3 by infinity 0, 3 by infinity 0. This is 1, this is 1, then we get 1. Horizontal asymptote is 1. Y equals 1. So that also we get 5 marks. Right. Now we'll prepare the table. 2 tables we have to prepare. Point of inflection also we have to determine. In each line, in preparing table, we know we put x values where dy by dx available, where dy by dx 0 available, and vertical asymptotes. Here 3 and vertical asymptote minus 1. Yes. Prepare the table like this. We write here f dash x sign. In the interval less than x less than minus 1, f dash x is this, no? Put less than minus 1, like minus 10. So this is negative. Between minus 1 and 3, put 0. This is positive. And more than 3, negative. Yes, we get negative here, positive here, negative here. Okay. For this 5 marks, for this 5 marks, for this 5 marks, right? Here, now we determine what? The nature, increasing or decreasing. Negative gradient means what? Decreases. Positive gradient means increases. Okay, right, decreases. Decrease in, increase in, decrease in. Right. For this, you get 5 marks. We know at x equals 3, divide by dx 0, no? By finding this sign on either side, this is positive, this is negative. At x equals 3, divide by dx 0. Then at x equals 3, the point is what? Maximum. Okay, right, maximum we have maximum. The nature of the station point is maximum, right? Okay. Next one given. Second derivative given. Point of inflection coordinates asking, right? If double dash x we have. We are given if double dash x. If double dash x is 2 times x minus 5 divided by x plus 1, 4. Okay, right. You know, at the points of inflection, f double dash x 0. That means 2 times x minus 5 divided by x plus 1 power 4 should be equal to 0, x equals 5. Five marks. When x equals 5, find y, substituting on the right hand side of fx. What do you get there? X plus 3, no? X is 5 means they are 8 and 5, 40 divided by 36, no? Then we get 10 by 9. Cancel down by 4. 10 by 9. 5, 10 upon 9. For this, 5 marks. Right. Second table we prepare. In the second table, what are the x values we put? Yes. Vertical asymptote x values and x values at the point of inflection 5. Prepare the table there. Now this time we find the sign of f double dash x. Sign of f double dash x. To get the sign, this time you use this one. Its denominator is even power, all is positive. Only numerator we have to consider. Less than -1, the gradient is negative. Put here like 0, minus, no? Put 0 also minus. Right? This is plus. For this all 5, here we can write concavity. Concavity. People tell me if the second derivative is negative, what is the shape? Concavity down, no? Second derivative is negative means concavity down, concave down. Second derivative positive means concave up, concave down. Here, concave down. Here, concave up. Concave down means what? When we prepare a tangent, graph lies below the tangent. Okay, right. So for this row also 5 marks. right? Then you can see at x equals 5, at x equals 5, secondary to 0, on the left, concave down, on the right, concave up. That means concavity changes at x equals 5. Therefore, there exists a point of inflection at x equals 5. Okay. Therefore, 5, 10, or 9 is a point of inflection. Point of inflection, right? So this 5 marks coming. Okay. Now we'll sketch the graph by using this data. Okay, no? X equals -1, we have vertical asymptote here. Y equals +1, we have horizontal asymptote. Right. Y equals 1 here. Right. At x equals 3, y 9/8, we have a maximum point. X equals 3, I mark here. 9/8 here. X equals 5 somewhere here. Point of inflection, right? Okay. People, you can very clearly see in the fx, y, when you put x0, the right hand side 0. Fx becomes 0. Fx means y. When x0, y0. What do you mean by this? Graph passes through 0, 0 point. Here. Here we have 3. In between -1 and 3, gradient positive. Right? This way we get. Okay. -1 and 3, gradient positive here. When we go closer to -1, since at x equals -1, there's vertical asymptote, the graph should be like this. This point is 3, 9/8. Okay. Now here it turns like this. At x equals 5, if I take somewhere here, there's a point of inflection. Just before 5, concave down. Just after 5, concave up. Point of inflection is 5, 10/9. like this here. Concave down here. Concavity changes at this point. Concave up here after that. Here, I take 5 here. These coordinates you definitely use. You must mention there, right? 5, 10 by 9. Yes. For this 5 marks coming. For this part, 5 marks. Other one is coming like this. Okay. Because yes, then -1 gradient negative here. That is why we do like this. Can somebody tell me this point? Again, y0. Y0 means fx0. Tell me when fx0, what are the two values for x we get? One is x0, other one is x minus 3. Put -3. This is the -1, no? This is -3. For this, we get 5 marks. This is a sketch. Right now? Yes. Application of derivative part next. This way you are given rectangle lamina. We take like this. Two x, y, y. This is x. Okay. Area. Area 8.5, no? Square meters. What is the area? This height into length. Length is what? 2x plus 2y, no? 2x plus 2y means 2 times x plus y into x is the area. It is equal to 8, 5. Right. By this subject, here cancel down this 4. Subject y by this. Yx equals 4 pi minus x squared. Y equals 4 pi minus x squared of x. For this 5 marks come in. For this 5 marks come in. Show that the perimeter P of the shaded region measured in meters is given by perimeter. Shaded region means this. Shaded region means this. Huh? Perimeter means the whole length. What is this length? Semi-circumference, no? Radius is x. Semi-circumference is what? Pi x, no? 2 pi r whole circumference. Half is pi r. Right. So then perimeter we can write how? This is x. What is this? 2 times x plus y. This is x. This thing is 5 times x. Okay. What do you get there? 2 times x plus y. This end is 2x. Y and y, 2y. Plus what? 5x. Correct, no? Okay. Then here we get 2x, 2x, 4x, 2y, 2y, 4y, and 5 times x. Substitute for this y by this. Y 4 pi minus x squared divided by x plus 5x. Okay, simplify this, you get the next answer. P equals 4x, remove bracket here, 16 pi of x bring this inside, x and x you can cancel down, minus 4x. And this 5x. These two you can cancel down. You can take this pi out from a bracket. Then once you take pi out, this is x. Here 16 over x is the perimeter. Write in for this perimeter 5 marks. Simplifying and taking this answer, another 5 marks. Right. Right, what is asking next? Hence, find the value of x for p to be minimum. We have to differentiate this, no? Right, differentiate that. P 5 times x plus 16 over x. Right. Next day, when you come to the class, bring the paper. Right. Right. dp over dx here. 5. Differentiate this x1. How to differentiate this? First take x numerator. X power minus 1. Bring minus 1 before. This we get, no? 5 marks. Right. Now we can write when p is maximum or minimum, dp over dx equals 0. Okay. Here, equate this. 0. For this 5 marks. Right. Now here, 1 over 16 over x squared, 0. So this means x squared equals 16 x equals plus 4. We don't put minus sign. Reason? X is length can't be negative. So this is another 5 marks. Right, now we have to find the sign of dp over dx when x less than 4 and when x less than and x greater than 4. X less than 4, dp over dx. dp over dx is this, x less than 4. Like when you put 1, what do you get? 1 minus 16, no, negative. This is negative. Then this definitely becomes positive. For example, put 5 here, 25. 16 over 25, 1, less than 1. 1 minus less than 1 means positive. Right? So this we get 5 marks. You get 5 marks. Therefore, we can say P is what minimum? No? Negative, 0, positive means P negative. P negative when x equals 4. Another 5 marks. Right now? Right. Question number 2. Circles and straight line. Right. Though you did this question in the paper, write down. Sometimes when you take your answer script, you can't remember every term you wrote there, no? Sometimes your answers may be wrong there, even though you have 100% confidence. Best thing is to write them. Don't be lazy, right? Paper answer කරා වෙන්න පුළුවන්. ලියලා දාගන්න. ඔයගොල්ලෝ කරපු දේ වැරදුනොත් එහෙම. Second one. Right? L1, L2 are two given straight lines passing through the point -1, 3. Show that K 3 root 3. L1 given x minus root 3y 1 plus 1 equals 0. L2 x plus root 3y 1 minus k equals 0. L1, L2 both passing through the point -1, 3. Therefore, -1, 3 should satisfy this. No? Right. Right. Put in -1, 3 in L1 and L2. All right. L1, what do you get? Here x is -1, root 3 into 3, 1 plus k equals 0. This and this we can cancel down. K equals 3 root 3. Okay. L2. Right. Actually, now when you put only -1, 3 only in this L1 and take in this case 3 root 3, incomplete. Reason? Given that passing through -1 and 3. Both passing through -1, 3 means what? Both should satisfy -1, 3. Then when you put this -1, 3, we must get the same answer for k 3 root 3. Therefore, in both you have to substitute. Otherwise, incomplete. Right. In L2, what do you get? -1, 3 root 3, 1 minus k. K equals 3 root 3. Both the lines passing through minus 1, 3. What do you mean by this? Both lines passing through minus 1, 3 means what? Both lines intersect at minus 1, 3. Okay, 3 root 3. That's what it says. Huh? Right. Here, for this 5 marks, and this is 5 marks, and here 5 marks. Therefore, we can say A 3 root 3. Why? By both, we get the answer. Okay. Now remember the two lines intersect at minus 1, 3. They tell me the acute angle bisector of L1 and L2. So that the point A, 2, 3 lies on the line L, acute angle bisector, right? This way I take two lines. I take this as my line L1. Line L1 going to be x minus root 3y plus 1 plus, now k is 3 root 3, 0. L2 here. X plus root 3y 1 minus 3 root 3, 0. Right. How to find the equations of angle bisectors? Yes. X minus root 3y, the equation we write, divide by what? Square root of x coefficient squared plus y coefficient squared equals what? Plus or minus. Same thing we write for the other one. Same thing we write for the other one. This line x plus root 3y plus 1 minus 3 root 3 square root of 1 squared plus root 3 squared. Root 3 squared, like this. These two you can cancel down. Okay. For this, you get 10 marks. First, take plus sign and simplify. When you simplify, taking plus sign, you get y equals 3. Y equals 3. For this, we get 5 marks. Take minus sign. When you take minus sign and simplify, we get x equals minus 1. So that also 5 marks. Taking plus sign and minus sign, you can simplify this very easily, right? Okay, now we need to find acute angle bisector. Okay. But the test for acute angle bisector, we use one bisector here. The two equations y equals 3 and x equals minus 1. Y equals 3 means what? This line, no? Parallel to x-axis, cutting the y-axis at 3. X equals minus 1 means this. You know, the gradient here, what? Infinity, yeah? Parallel to y-axis means what? Infinity gradient. Is the gradient? 0. Don't use gradient infinity to test that what? Acute angle bisector. Take what? Gradient 0, y equals 3 line. What is the formula we use? Using what? Tan theta. Modulus m1 minus m2 divided by 1 plus m1 m2 with L1 and y equals 3. Tell me the gradient of L1. Subject y, no? Find x coefficient. Take this right hand side, divide by root 3. What's the x coefficient? 1 over root 3. Gradient is 1 over root 3. Ilya? Oh, tan theta. 1 over root 3. Gradient of y equals 3 is what? 0, no? Parallel to x-axis, no? Right, 0. 1, this way we get tan theta. 1 over root 3. This is less than 1. Therefore, theta less than 45. That means the selected bisector is what? Acute angle bisector. Okay. Therefore, you can write. Right. You are given marks here. Write in this 10 marks given. This is 10 marks. And this is 5 marks. And therefore, L. L means acute angle bisector. Y minus 3 equals 0. Right. So then the point A, 2, 3 lies on the line L equals 0. Right. Acute angle bisector is given as L. It is y equals 3. If we just draw y equals 3 line, what can we say? It is a line parallel to x-axis, cutting the y-axis at 3, no? We draw y equals 3 line here. This is y equals 3 line. Now I'm asking to show on this line, point A 2, 3 lies. Ah, yes. Any point on this line has y coordinate 3. Therefore, point A, if we take 2, 3, this point also on the line, no? Yes. Therefore, you can write. Therefore, A 2, 3 lies on L. Right. What's next? Find the equation of the circle S with center A and the length of the diameter is 3 units. Center A, length of diameter is 3 units. Right. If I draw the diagram again, you see L1 is here, L2 is here. Suppose this is the acute angle, bisector, line L. This is line L with the equation y minus 3 equals 0. A 2, 3 is on this. We proved that too. Right now. Okay, now asking what? Find the equation of circle is with center A and length of the diameter is 3 units. Length of the diameter 3. If the length is 3, what is radius? Radius is diameter is 3 units. What radius? 3 by 2. Circle here, right? A 2 3. Radius 3 by 2. Take any point on the circumference as xy. How to find the equation? X minus 2 perfect square plus y minus 3 perfect square equals what? 3 by 2 perfect square. Am I correct? Yes. Equation of S. The circle only given as S. X minus 2 perfect square y minus 3 perfect square equals 9 by 4. Right. A2 3 for this 5 marks coming now. For this 10 marks given. And we can simplify this. I'm not going to show you the simplification. I just tried simplifying this. Is the equation coming like this? X squared plus y squared minus 4x minus 6y plus 43 by 4. Simplify this, we get this answer. Simplify the answer, another 5 marks. Okay, yes, we found. This is a bisector. This line is L bisector. This and this being equal. This is the acute angle bisector. This L. Now I'm asking what? Next one asking. Find the purple distance from the point A to the line L1 equals 0. This distance I am asking to find. L1 equation we know. L1 equation is x minus root 3y. X minus root 3y plus 1 plus 3 root 3 equals 0. Right. What is the purple distance? This, if I take this to be D. Tell me what is D? What is the formula for the purple distance? This x and y coordinate, substitute for x and y here. And divide by what? Square root of x coefficient squared plus y coefficient squared. Okay. You should have theories in your mind. Otherwise, this class is useless. To get the maximum benefit of the class, you should have the theories. Right? Otherwise, useless. Class is just copying something. No point of coming to the class. Right? Put x2 here. Minus y3. Root 3 into 3. Plus 1. 3 root 3. And here 1 squared plus root 3 squared root. What do you get there? These two we can cancel down. 3 over 2. This length is 3 over 2. Over 2. What can I say? The S has a center A, radius 3 by 2. Now what can I say? If I draw S here, S touches L1 and L2 both. Why do we say S touches not only L1 but L2 also? Because you know, from here to here also the same purple distance we get because this angle equal. When you drop a perpendicular like this, these two triangles are congruent, no? 90, 90. Angle, this angle equal because this bisector. This middle side is common. Then what is the case? Angle, angle, side. AAS case. Two triangles congruent. That means this length and this length being what? Equal. Therefore, this also 3 by 2. That means A as a center, radius has 3 by 2. The circle is S. When you draw the circle S, that circle S touches both the lines L1 and L2. So clear? Circle S should touch what? Both lines L1 and L2. Yes or no? Oh, S should touch both lines L1 and L2. Yes, for this, you get 10 marks. And this is 5 marks. Then the circle, if I draw here, that should touch both the lines. Right. This is S. The circle touches the both lines L1 and L2. Right. Now, what is asking next? Hence, find the equation of the tangent drawn from -1 to 3 to the circle S. Where is -1, 3? The points of intersection of two lines L1 and L2. It is this. Now, what are the two tangents drawn to this S from this -1, 3? L1 and L2. L1 and L2. Is it clear? Therefore, write down the two tangents drawn from -1, 3 to S are L1 and L2. L1 and L2. 10 marks. Right. Next one. From a point P on the line L equals 0, two tangents are drawn to the circle S so that they are perpendicular to each other. All right. From a point P on L equals 0. Right. Okay. I do that. From the point P. All right. This is this. S circle is this. Its center A 2, 3. The equation of the line is y minus 3 equals 0. This line is the line L. Okay. Given this way, from a point P, from point P on the line L equals 0, two tangents are drawn to S so that they are perpendicular to each other. They are perpendicular to each other. Right. This way then. So that there are two such points P, and each case find the coordinates. Right. Two tangents perpendicular to each other drawn. One is here, other tangent here. This is point P. Similarly, another point there is on the same line. Where is that? Here. Understand? Right? You see. Here 90. Right. Now, if I join this center and the point of contact here, point of contact and center here, we get something like this. You know, when we construct two tangents from external point to a circle, the two tangents are equally length. Therefore, this length and this length equal. Since here 90, this is a tangent, this is the radius here 90. This is a tangent, this is a radius here 90. This is also 90. Then what can I say about this? It's a square. Am I correct? It's a square. All four sides are equal. Right. Then I'll take this point as B, this is C. So what can I say? This ACPB is a square. Understand? ACPB is a square. Okay. ACPB is a square. Right. Can someone tell me the way of writing the coordinates of P? P lies on the line y equals 3. What do you mean by this? On this line L, at any point, y coordinate is 3. Only x coordinate varies. Then how can we write the coordinates of P? X coordinate of P we can take as alpha, y coordinate is 3. We can write like that, no? Alpha 3. Why? The equation of L is y equals 3. It means what? Any point on this line L, right, has y coordinate 3. Alpha 3. Then this alpha we must find here, alpha 3. Okay. Tell me how to find alpha 3. People, what is this length? Radius 3/2 we found. This is 3/2. Reason? This is a square. Then you can write what? Square of this plus square of this is equal to what? Square of this by Pythagoras theorem. Right. Then we can write what? What is the square of this? Alpha minus 2 perfect squared plus what? 3 minus 3 is 0. Perfect squared is equal to what? Square of this 3/2 plus square of the same 3/2 on this side. Am I correct? Yes. For these 5 marks. For these 5 marks. Right. Here marking. This is 5. This length and this length being equal, no? For ACB, this is a square. That also 5 marks coming. Right. When you simplify this, we get what? Alpha minus 2 perfect squared is equal to 2 times 3/2 perfect squared. Now take people positive and negative right hand side, take the square root. This way we get alpha 2 plus or minus 3/√2. 5 marks coming. How many values for alpha we have? Two values for alpha. Two values for alpha means what? Huh? For this alpha, there are two values. That means what? There are two positions for the point P on the line. That's how we verify that P has two positions. Then you can write, since alpha has two values, there are two positions for P on L. 5 marks. Coordinates. Coordinates you can write how? By coordinate tree, no? Right. Coordinates. First take plus sign here. 2 plus 3 over root 2 and 3. Other 2 minus 3 over root 2 and 3. What is next asking? Further find the area of the quadrilateral which enclosed by the tangents. Enclosed by the tangents. Enclosed by the tangents. What area then? How many tangents we can draw according to the asking condition? Since there are 2 points for P on the same line, there's another point here, no? From there also another 2 tangents we can draw. They also perpendicular to each other because we proved there are 2 locations for the point P like this. This is that required quadrilateral. So what is this length also here? Again, when we produce this way, this is 3 by 2. This is 3 by 2 radius. This is 90, no? And this also the same. All now same now. Yes or no? Yes. The length of this tangent from the other point P on the same line L. This also 3 by 2. Okay. What is this? Also 3 by 2. But the whole length 3. This is also 3. What is the area? 9. Area is 9. Okay. I take here this point as Q R T. P Q R T is a square. P Q R T is a square. Area PQRT equals 3 into 3, 9. 5 marks coming now. And this is 5. That's how we do that question. Right. Next one is trigonometry. Trigonometry question is 2024 question. Paper question. What is this? 24 question. Did trigonometry. Ne. Iwagin plastic varum karan. Iwagin plastic makaran dek varam. Right. It's a very easy question. Okay. Express this 6 cos 2x minus 8 sin 2x in the form r cos 2x plus alpha, where r positive, alpha between 0 and pi by 2. Okay. 6 cos x cos 2x. 6 cos 2x minus 8 sin 2x. All right. So here, what is the method? Square 6, square 8. Add and take the root. What is that? 10, no? 36, 6400. Root is 10. What we do? This expression we multiply by 10, divide by 10. Right. Multiply by 10, divide by 10. Cos 2x, 6 over 10. Sin 2x, 8 over 10. This 10 come in how? 6 squared plus 8 squared root. You can remember this. We can cancel down this by 2. This by 2. Right. Then we get for this 5 marks coming now. 10 cos 2x. I can take this as cos alpha sin 2x sin alpha. When we do like this, if you take this as cos alpha, automatically this comes as sin alpha. We know that in practice. We did this in solved in a cos theta b sin theta equals equation in the trigonometry. Okay. If you take this as cos alpha, this 4 over 5 come in as sin alpha. Right. Right. This is for this 5 marks. What is this cos alpha minus sin a sin alpha? What is this? Cos a plus b. No. 10 cos 2x plus alpha. Right. For this 5 marks. Right. Here, you know, cos alpha positive. Here, cos alpha is 3 by 5. No. Sin alpha also positive. Cos sin both positive. Where in what quadrant? First quadrant. First quadrant means alpha should be less than 90. Okay. Then we must write that too. Where alpha less than pi by 2 greater than 0 in the first quadrant, such that cos alpha 3 by 5 sin alpha 4 by 5, right? This is 5 marks. Okay, there you must find R and alpha. Alpha we found. Right. Therefore, asking to write this as how people in the question asking to write this as in terms of R cos 2x plus alpha. No. Right. This is our R then. This is our alpha. Then finally you have to write, therefore R10 alpha. Alpha you can write cos inverse 3 by 5 or sin inverse 4 by 5. Or when you divide this by this, what do you get? we get 4 by 3 tan inverse. We can write. Whichever you write, you get the marks, right? I write tan inverse 4 by 3. For this also, 5 marks given. All right. Really, these marks were according to the mark scheme this time I put here. Okay. The full question I put. The original market scheme marks only I am offering here. Okay. Right. Okay. Next one asking. Hence all 6 cos 2x minus 8 sin 2x equals 5. All right. Hence means using this. Hmm? Right. So then next week we will keep applied paper, full paper, applied paper. Part A around 10 no less than 10 questions available. Part B also some questions available. We have to do another 3 more lessons to cover up the syllabus. Center of gravity, stat probability, excluding those, the rest questions coming. Full paper we can do now. In P also, after series question, this week we can finish the series and induction next week. Then 14th paper we can have full paper view. In few months, then we need to cover another 3 more lessons, no? Yes, integration, complex numbers, binomial, and permutation combination. We can ignore them. From the rest we'll do. Right. Then next week, applied paper. Therefore, go through all applied lessons and come to the class. Write the paper. Okay. Now, next one asking 6 cos 2x minus 8 sin 2x equals 5. People, this only, just now we found here 6 cos 2x minus 8 sin 2x as this. I put that there. 10 cos 2x plus alpha equals 5. For this 5, cancel this and this. 1, here 2. We get cos 2x plus alpha equals half. Then we can write this cos 2x plus alpha equals cos pi by 3. Okay. For this also 5 marks. Now we can write general solution. Tell me what is general solution? 2x plus alpha equals 2n pi plus or minus pi by 3. Subject x by that. Take this alpha to right hand side and divide by 2. N pi plus or minus pi by 6 minus alpha by 2. The general solution n is any integer. For that, you get, yes. For this 5 marks come in. For this also another 5 marks given in the marking. Right. Next one, express 24 cos squared x, 32 sin x cos 6 in the form a cos 2x plus b sin 2x plus c. In that form. If is real numbers. Are constants to be determined. I'll come to that. 24 cos squared x. 24 cos squared x minus 32 sin x cos x. Right. You know cos 2a formula? Cos 2x we can write 2 cos squared x, 2 cos squared x minus 1. Right. So then cos squared x we can subject. Cos squared x comes as 1 plus cos 2x divided by 2. This way. Then I can substitute for this cos squared x right there. 24. 1 plus cos 2x divided by 2. This 32 I can write 16 into 2. Then we have 2 sin x cos x. 2 sin x cos x. Here 5 marks given. Right. So next line, we can remove the bracket. Here we get 12 plus 12 cos 2x minus 16 sin 2x. 2 sin x cos x is sin 2x. For this, another 5 marks. Then we can write this 12 cos 2x minus 16 sin 2x plus 12. Right. Now we can compare this with asking what? Asking write this as a cos 2x plus b sin 2x plus c. Then what is a? 12. B minus 16. C 12. Therefore, we must write A 12, B minus 16, C 12. If you don't write this, the final 5 marks assigned to this you won't get. Don't think that anybody now compare with this and determine A, B, C. No, we must write. Asking to convert this form, no? Then comparing, we found A, B, C. Now what is next? Reduce the minimum value of this 24 cos squared x minus 32 sin x cos x, right? cos squared x minus 32 sin x cos x is equal to what? Right. We proved this, no? 12 cos 2x minus 16 sin 2x plus 12 plus 12. This way we can write. I can take from these two terms 2 out. 6 cos 2x minus 8 sin 2x plus 12. I can write like this. But you know, here the very first part, 6 cos 2x minus 8 sin 2x. We wrote as how? 10 cos 2x plus alpha. Understand? Then for this place, I can put what? 2 times 10 cos 2x plus alpha. Cos 2x plus alpha. 10 cos 2x plus alpha plus 12. Here 20 cos 2x plus alpha plus 12. Right. This way I can write. Left hand side we have this. Right. Oh, up to here 5 marks coming. Right. Do these questions as homework, huh? Right. This rhythm is very simple. Only thing is you haven't done the questions before like this, but we did 1 or 2 questions from this kind. When you go through the notes, you can find that. Okay, you know, here Here, x is a variable. When x changes, angle changes. Huh? Look at this. This angle now, variable angle. Cos angle. What is the minimum value cos can take? -1. No? What is the maximum value cos can take? +1. Understand? As this angle x changes, this angle can increase. This angle can take any value because x is a variable there. Then cos angle, the maximum value of cos is 1, minimum value cos is -1. We need this to be minimum. For this to be minimum, definitely this must be minimum. What is the minimum value of this? -1. When you put -1 for this, we get what to the right hand side? Something that is the minimum value of this. Okay, right. Then we can write. Therefore, required minimum value equals what? 20 into -1 plus 12. It's -8. 5 marks. So that question is really nothing. Simple thing. Part B. Right. In the triangle ABC shown in the figure, BCP, BAC pi by 4 and ABC alpha. The point D lies on the extended line BC such that CD equals 2P. So that AB equals this, find AD square this, reduce that AP. Okay, simple thing. Draw diagram here. So we have another one number. We have to do another 3 more questions. Then we'll do quickly. Yeah? A here, B here. This is C. P, 2P. That's all. This is pi by 4. ABC alpha. Right, no? Yes. For this angle, this angle going to be 180 minus sum of this 2 pi by 4 plus alpha. Right. Now we apply sine rule by sine rule. By sine rule. AB over to triangle ABC we apply this. AB over this angle. AB over sine 180 minus pi by 4 plus alpha. And P over sine pi by 4. Right. AB. Sine 180 minus angle means what? sine rectangle, no? Right. Use that here. P sine pi by 4 plus alpha. Correct, no? If you assume this as theta, sine 180 minus theta is sine theta, no? Sine this. I wrote that. Divided by sine pi by 4 is 1 over root 2. That root 2 comes here. Expand this using sine A plus B. But sine A plus B formula. Sine A cos B plus cos A sine B. Right. AB. Root 2p sine pi by 4 sine A cos B cos alpha cos pi by 4 sine alpha. Sine pi by 4 is what? 1 over root 2. This is 1 over root 2. This also 1 over root 2. Okay. Once I multiply by this root 2, what happens? This root 2 will cancel, no? Then we get what? AB. What? P cos alpha with a bracket sine alpha, right? This way we get. Applying sine rule 10 marks. Simplifying up to here 5 marks. Taking the last answer 5 marks. Next one asking here D, not C. Find AD squared. AD squared. We can apply cosine rule. By cosine rule to the triangle ABD. Tell me cosine rule. AD squared equals what? AB squared plus BD squared minus 2 times AB BD cos alpha. Yes or no? Yes. Right. AB squared plus BD squared minus 2 times AB BD cos alpha. Right, substitute for AB squared. AB answer is this, no? P squared cos alpha plus sin alpha perfect squared. BD is 3P. 3P perfect squared minus 2 times P times cos alpha plus sin alpha. Now, 2 times I substitute AB, BD 3P. 3P cos alpha. Write in this cosine rule, 5 marks. Okay, no? Right. Another 5 marks come in here. Okay, no? Right. So in the marking, they did not expect the last simplified answer for AD squared. And then deduce that if AD equals 3P, alpha is tan inverse 5. Right. Now, substitute for this AD, 3P. Right. AD equals 3P. Right. Put here 3P and simplify this. Then 9P squared come in. 9P squared, P squared. Okay. P squared cos alpha plus sin alpha perfect squared. 3P squared is 9P squared minus 2P cos alpha plus sin alpha. 3P cos alpha. No? Okay. Now you can see here, this 9P squared we can bring to left hand side. Then with this 9P squared we can cancel down. Now what do you have? 0 equals this no, right? 0 equals P squared cos alpha plus sin alpha perfect squared, right? Minus 6P squared, 2 and 3, 6, P squared cos alpha plus sin alpha and cos alpha. You can very clearly see here, this alpha acute angle, no? When alpha is acute angle, cos alpha positive, sin alpha positive, therefore this bracket positive. Therefore, we can cancel down cos alpha plus sin alpha throughout. This one term can be cancelled down. P squared also we can cancel down. 0 equals what? Cos alpha plus sin alpha minus 6 cos alpha. Then what do you get? Take here minus 5 cos alpha, no? 5 cos alpha equals sin alpha. Then bring here tan alpha equals 5. Alpha tan inverse 5. Alpha tan inverse 5. Right. For this 5 marks. For this 5 marks. Okay. Right. That part also finished. Next one. Inverse trigonometry equation. Right now. Question difficult is don't take seriously. Do if you do another 5, 6 questions, everything will be solved. If you give up at the moment now, sorry.com. Right. Yes, next one, tan inverse x plus 1. Part C. Tan inverse x plus 1 plus tan inverse x minus 1, right? Equals sin inverse 2 over root 5. Okay. We take this as alpha, this as beta, this as gamma. Then we get tan alpha, no? Tan alpha x plus 1, tan beta x minus 1, sin gamma 2 over root 5. Okay. For the sine gamma, if I draw a right angle triangle, what is sine? Opposite by the hypotenuse. What is the adjacent? 5 minus 4 root 1. No? Sine gamma is 2 over root 5. Sine means opposite divided by the hypotenuse. Find the adjacent. Root 5 squared is 5. 2 squared is 4. 1, no? Root 1 is 1. So what is tan gamma? Tan gamma opposite by adjacent 2. Okay? Right. Then this given equation, right, for this 5 marks coming now. Why did we find this tan gamma? This equation now. Now we have what? Now we have alpha plus beta equals gamma, no? Right. Now we take both sides tan. Both tan alpha, tan beta, we know. We don't know tan gamma. That is why we found tan gamma. Yep. අමාරුයිද? Take 10. ළමයි මොනවත් හිතන්න එපා. තේරුණාද? මොනවත් හිතන්න යන්න එපා. දැන් මුලදී මම මේ වගේ ගානක් මේ විදිහට හදනකොට කට්ටිය උඩ බලන්නේ පන්ති අත්හැරලා ගියානේ. ඔයගොල්ලෝ මොකක්ද උනේ නෑනේ. මේවත් අල්ලගන්න පුළුවන් තව ටික දවසක් යනකල් ඉන්න. දැන් තීරණය කරන්න යන්න එපා. කම්මැලි නොත් ඉතින් අර ගිහිල්ලා මේ මොනවද? වැඩ තියෙනවා උන් තරම් අර නගර සභාවේ තියෙනවා අර ගලි බවුසරේ වැඩ කරන කට්ටිය නේද? උඩ යන්න පුළුවන්. හරිද? මෙව කරන්නතර ළමයි විභාග කොට යන්න බෑ. අමාරු නෑ. පුරුදු ඇතිකම තියෙන කරන්න. මේක කරනකොට හරියනවා. මේක බබාලා වගේ නලව විදිහට ඔයගොල්ලෝ ඔළුව ගන්න නෑ. දැනෙන්න ගන්න. අතරින්න එපා කොහමද? අප ඇඩුවොත් ගියා. එහෙනම් ගලි බවුසරේ තමයි වැඩ කරන්න වෙන්නේ. right. tan L plus beta. Tan gamma. Okay. Yes. For this also 5 marks given there. Right. Then expand this. Tan alpha plus tan beta divided by 1 minus tan alpha tan beta equals tan gamma. For this also 5 marks given. So the same marking I use here now, the paper, right? In the marking, the original marks I distribute here you. See here, for taking tan, right in this one 5 marks given, taking tan both sides 5 marks given, expansion for this 5 marks given. Right. Now, substitute for this tan alpha, tan beta. Tan alpha is x plus 1. Tan beta, x minus 1. 1 minus tan alpha, x plus 1. Tan beta, x minus 1. Right? Tan gamma, 2. Right, we get 2x. 1 minus x squared minus 1 here equals to this 2 and this 2 you can cancel down. Okay, substitution for these 5 marks come in, right? And now use the cross multiplication. X equals 1 minus x squared plus 1. Take the terms to left hand side. X squared plus x minus 2 equals 0. Right, factorize this. Factorize this, we get x minus 1, x plus 2. There are 2 answers, x1, x minus 2. 5 marks come in for this. Right. People, now when you take here x minus 2, one answer is there, no? X minus 2. This is negative. Then this is negative. This alpha, beta. Both angles become negative. But right hand side, this angle is positive angle. Negative angle never be equal to positive angle. Therefore, x equals minus 2, we reject. Right. This is impossible. x equals minus 2 is not a solution. Therefore, x equals 1 is the solution. Right. Remember here, for the statement, this another 5 marks given. If we keep here, this 5 marks come in. For this 5 marks given, finding 2 answers of x by solving this. But both these answers not solution. One is a solution. You have to separate that, and you must write. For that, we get the last 5 marks. See here. Okay. Mahamsi. Right. Okay. Yes. Before going to the next question, I come to the question number 6. I'll finish that first. Relative velocity question. It's a very simple question. This also 24 last day paper question. Right. Take that too. Hurry up. Yes, it says 3 boards PQR. Read the question carefully. 3 boards PQR are moving in straight line paths with uniform speeds. At a certain instant, the board Q is located 450 meters east of the board P, and the board R is located 200 root 3 meters north of the board Q. This way. Here Q, here R. This is P. This is 450 meters. 200 root 3 meters. Right. The board P sails with the intention of meeting the board Q. Board P sails with the intention of meeting the board Q. What do you mean by this? Board P sails with the intention of meeting the board Q. What do you mean by this? Board P sails with the intention to meet the board Q. It means any observer in Q observes P. That observer can see P is coming toward Q. Am I correct? Am I correct? Suppose at that corner there's a person standing. I'm going to meet him. While I am walking, he feels what? I am coming to his place. To his what? Observation. He can see I am coming to his place. Understand? Okay. So therefore, first one given, velocity of Q. Velocity of Q relative to velocity of P relative to Q. Velocity of P relative to Q. While Q is at rest, Q feels that P coming to this direction. Right. It is given 10 marks. In my marking here, I give. Next one. The boat Q sails with the intention of meeting the boat R. Q sails with the intention of meeting the boat R. What is that? Relative to R. Velocity of Q should be what? Up. Velocity of Q relative to R, this direction. For that also 10 marks. Okay. It is given that boat P meets the boat Q in 45 seconds. It is given that boat P meets the boat Q. Boat P meets boat Q in 45 seconds. Yes? Now think like this. When Q is here rest, P must move this direction 450 meters. Okay. When Q is at rest, what is the velocity of P? Velocity of P relative to Q, no? How to find? Displacement 450. Time we are given. It is given that boat P meets boat Q in 45 seconds. This should be divided by 45. No? What is the velocity? Displacement divided by time. What is this? 10. This is 10, right? 10 meters per second. Right. Boat Q meets boat R in 20 seconds. Boat Q meets boat R in 20 seconds. What is that? Relative to R, stop R here. Q should move 200 root 3 distance. No? Then velocity of Q, velocity of Q relative to R, it should move 200 root 3 distance. We are given the time 20 seconds, right? Divide this by 20. This and this you can cancel. 10 root 3, right? Meters per second, VQR, right? These two we are given now. It's a very easy question. It is this way. This is this way, right? Show that the speed of boat P relative to the boat Q is. Show that the speed of boat P relative to Q is 10 meters per second. That we proved. And find the distance between the boat P and the boat R. Find the distance between the boat P and the boat R at the instance when the boat Q meets the boat R. When the boat Q meets the boat R. When the boat Q meets the boat R. 20 seconds, no? Right. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to find this. Relative to R, I'm going to find the velocity of P. Right. That means I stop this R here. After stopping this R here, I'm going to find the velocity of P. Right. It is this. I need to find velocity of P relative to R. This VP Q plus VQR. No? No? Right. People here, 10 marks come in. Here also, 10 marks. VPQ. VPQ this way 10, no? QR this way 10 root 3. Right. Then I'm going to take, I'm not going to draw triangle this time. I'm going to draw using the components this way. This is 10, this is 10 root 3. This way it moves now. But P while R is at rest. R is rest here. Now P moves this way. P moves this way. This angle suppose beta. That beta we can find here. How to find the result velocity? Square this plus square this and take the root. Okay, right. If I take this as W, What is this W? 10 squared plus 10 root 3 perfect squared. Root. Here 10 root 3 perfect square 300. 100, 400. 400 root means 20. 20. W is 20. This is W. 20 meters per second. What is tan beta? Tan beta means what? 10 over 10 root 3. 10 over 10 root 3. Cancel down this and this. What is beta? 30. What is this? Oh. I'm wrong. Sorry. This is 10 root 3, no? This is 10 root 3. This is 10. I went wrong. 10 root 3 here. This is 10. Tan beta root 3. That means 60. All right. This way it moves. Now, what's asking next? Find the distance between the boat P and the boat R at the instance when the boat Q meets the boat R. When the boat Q meets boat R. We are given boat Q meets boat R. Boat Q meets boat R in 20 seconds. All right. That means what? During 20 seconds, now we must find when R is at rest, the distance is P mode rightward and upward. Am I correct? That's what we need to find. Okay. P takes 20 seconds to meet Q. During that 20 seconds, related to this R, I am going to find the distance P mode to right and up. Okay. How to find that? Yes. With this velocity 10, while R is at rest, with this velocity 10, when it moves 20 seconds, it moves rightward 20 meters. 10 root 3, we can find. Now you can write. Applying S equals ut for P relative to R. Relative to R. Right. S equals ut for P relative to R during 20 seconds. Rightward when you apply, S1 take. Rightward velocity is what? 10. Time is 20. What is the distance? 200 meters. All right. P moves this way 200 meters. Right. Upwards, suppose S2, what is the velocity? 10 root 3 into 20. 200 root 3. All right. Nice. What do you mean by that? While R is at rest here, P moves this way. What? S1, 200. Upwards, 200 root 3. That means it comes to the level this, because this is 200 root 3, no? Okay. This is S1. Right. 200. This is 200 root 3. After 20 seconds, where is P here? What's the distance? After 20 seconds, when P is here, the distance between P and R going to be what? This length, no? 250. 250. Yes or no? 250. Yes. Right. Then marks come in like this. Finding this 10, okay, beta 60 10, okay, and yes, for this 10, for this 10, okay, and distance between P and R. Therefore, distance between P and R. What is that? 200, no? 250. 250 meters. All right. For this, another 10 marks. Yes. That's very simple question. Who did this question? Yeah. හොඳයි නේ ළමයි. අනිත් අය කරේ නැහැ. විභාගයෙන් පස්සෙත් කරන්න. හ්ම්? විභාගයෙන් පස්සෙත් කරන්න. ගෙදර ෆ්‍රී එකක් තියෙනවා විභාගයෙන් පස්සේ. මාස 6ක් 7ක් නේද? ඒක පස්සෙම කරලා දාන්න. අනිත් අය. Right. Sure. Right. Take the next one. Question number 5. Relative velocity question. Relative acceleration. Yes. තමයි දැන්වත් පාඩම් කරලා පේපර් ලියන්න හරියට මේකේ වාසිය ඔයගොල්ලෝ දැන් නෙවෙයි ඉන්නේ. දැන් ටිකක් දැනෙනව නේද මේ අපි ටිකක් අමාරුවෙන් පන්නලා ඉවරයි තැන් කියලා. එහෙනම් උනන්දුවෙන් කරන්න පාඩම් කරලා. නිකන්ම හිටියොත් නිකම්ම තමයි ළමයි. ඔයගොල්ලෝ ටිකක් වැඩ කරන්න ටිකක් මහන්සි වෙන්න. ඔයගොල්ලන්ට එක්සෑම් එකට යන්න කලින් මේ මැත්ස් එක නිකන් අතේ තියෙන ඒකක් වගේ දැනි. මෙහෙම කරොත් වැඩ නැත්තම් ඉතින් අපායට යන්න ඕන නැති යන්න ඒක වළක්වන්න බෑනේ. අපායට යන්න මිනිස්සු ඉන්න ඕනේ නේ. නේද? අපායට යන්න මිනිස්සු ඕනේ නැද්ද? ඕනේ නේ. ෆේල් වෙන්න ඕනේ කට්ටිය. නේද? ඒක ෆේල් වෙන්න ළමයි ඕනේ නැද්ද? ඕනේ. ඔයගොල්ලෝ ආසනයකට යන්න ඉතින්නේ. කරගන්න ළමයි හොඳ ඒ අකුරු ටිකක් එහෙම අරන් එයි. end of April අපි 24 දීපු ළමයිගේ results එනවා මම ස්ටේජ් එකට ගෙන්නම්කෝ ළමයි ටික. ඒ ළමයි කියයි ඒගොල්ලන්ට මොකද්ද විභාගේ දැනුනේ කියලා. ඒ වගේ ඉතින් ඕගොල්ලෝ මෙහෙම වැඩ කරොත් නම් ඊළඟ සැරේ 26 ළමයින්ට පෙන්න ගන්න ළමයි ටිකක් ගේන්න හම්බෙන්නේ නැහැ ස්ටේජ් එකට. මේ විදිහට ගොන් විදිහට වැඩ කරොත් ගොඩ දාන්න හම්බෙන්නේ නැහැ. නේද? ගොන් විදිහට වැඩ කරොත් එහෙම ගේන්න ළමයි ඉතුරු වෙන්නේ නැහැ මෙතන. එනිසා වැඩ කරන්න. Right. Take relative acceleration. Listen. That question. We are given this way. මේ ඩයග්‍රෑම් අරින්න කතා කරන්නද ළමයි? The wedge x of mass 3m is free to move on the floor and wedge y is kept at fixed. Y doesn't move, right? Here 3mg. Normal reaction, suppose R dash is y. Mn BC here. weight 2 mg, mg, this is pi by 3, this is also pi by 3. This is a normal reaction S, particle is P, a particle is Q, normal reaction R. All the forces you have to mark, otherwise you won't get full marks for the diagram. Huh? Here ABC, LMN. We measure distance from here. This y is fixed, therefore this y is like Earth. This length I take as x. If this length is x, the acceleration is x double dot. Remember, the arrowhead should be with the moving object. Huh? Don't measure the other way. Always arrowhead should be with the moving object. Okay. I will take this length to be z. Right. This is y. Then here, acceleration is z double dot. Here acceleration is y double dot. Right. You know, here this x has been measured from a fixed y. This y means Earth. It doesn't move. This x has been measured from a fixed point on the Earth. Then what is x double dot? Acceleration of this relative to Earth. This isn't also measured from a fixed point because y doesn't move. L is fixed point. L is fixed point on the Earth. Then this z has been measured from a fixed point on the Earth. Therefore, this z double dot is the acceleration of q relative to Earth. But here this y has been measured from A. A is moving with this. Therefore, this y double dot is the acceleration of this p relative to this. Remember, that is how we distinguish whether the acceleration is relative to Earth or not. If the lengths have been measured from a fixed point on the Earth, those accelerations are relative to Earth. There are two distances measured from fixed point on the Earth, x and z. Therefore, x double dot, z double dot are accelerations relative to Earth. Understand? Really, this is moving rightward. This is moving rightward. Never mind. We take x double dot left this way, but finally x double dot arms will be what? Negative, given the exact direction of motion. Don't worry about that. Huh? Okay? Yes. For the diagram, this is at t equals t. Full diagram with all important forces marked 30. Right. Acceleration of q relative to Earth. Q relative to Earth is a double dot. This is 60. Right? This is the x, no? Acceleration of x relative to Earth. This way x double dot. Acceleration of p relative to Earth. Tell me. It moves this way y double dot, which moves leftward x double dot. Huh? Yes, this way. X double dot. This way y double dot. This is 60. Right. 5 marks for each. Right. First one for the string at time t. At time t. What can say the string? Length of the string? This is z x y z sum, right? X plus y plus Z equals L. For this 5 marks. Differentiate this with respect to time t twice. Differentiate in twice with respect to time t. What do you get? X double dot plus y double dot plus Z double dot is equal to 0. Number 1. 5 marks. Next one, apply Q. F equals MA. F equals MA. Number 1 for Q this way. What do you get? 2mg sin 60 minus t. 2mg sin 60 minus t equals what? 2m. Acceleration is Z double dot. Number 2. Ten marks. Next one for P. This way. What is that? Mg sin 60 minus t. M acceleration should be taken here. Y double dot plus X double dot cos 60. Y double dot plus X double dot cos 60. Cos 60. Third equation, 10 marks. Right, next one, third one. This wedge and the particle P both we apply. Wedge and the particle P. We apply leftward. People, tell me, this wedge and the particle P we take as one object. This is taken as one object. Okay. Then what is the external force acting? This T. This and this equal opposite cancel. This is the external force acting on the system, this and this. Minus T. Minus T. Because we apply leftward, no, minus T. Minus T equals particle P mass same acceleration X double dot plus Y double dot cos 60. X double dot plus Y double dot cos 60. And X mass 3m, not m, 3m. 3m. What's the acceleration? X double dot. Right? This is number 4. 10 marks. What is asking there? The system is released, obtain equations sufficient to determine the time taken by X to reach Y in terms of a NGR, right? Now here, so far we have 4 equations. How many unknowns are there? X double dot, Y double dot, Z double dot, T. That 4 unknowns we can find. It means the acceleration of this X also we can find. Now asking what? The time X takes to reach what? Y. At the very beginning, just before starting the motion by this X, the X is at a distance simple lay to what? Y. Now it begins what? With initial velocity 0. Now acceleration of X we know related to Earth, X double dot, by these equations we can calculate. Now to find the time it takes to reach Y, we can apply equation of motion. What? S equals ut plus half it squared for X related to Earth. Right. That's the fourth next equation. Now for X, S equals ut plus half at squared this way. S is what length it should move? A, no? Initially between X and Y, the distance is A. Velocity is initial velocity 0 because it starts from rest. Half. We apply rightward. x double dot leftward minus x double dot t squared. Right, number 5. For this also, another 10. Okay. Yes. That also we finished. Another one more. One more. Right. Take number 4. Who did number 4? Yes. Who did number 4? Last part is most important part. That. At time t equals 0, particle P is projected from a point O, vertical upward and under gravity with a velocity u. When it comes to the highest point of its path, another particle Q is projected from the point O, vertical upward under the gravity with the velocity 2u, right? Draw the velocity time graph for the motions of P and Q on the same diagram using the graphs show that this. Hari. Alamai. Particle is P first, right? P is projected with initial velocity what? From a point O. P projected with initial velocity u. Okay. When it comes to the highest point means that its velocity is 0. Another particle Q. Another particle Q projected with velocity 2u upwards. Yes. Right. Namainte mahansidu. Namainte mahansidu. Ned. Namainte mahansidu. ගෙදර ගිහින් හාන්සි වෙන්න. ළමයි ගෙදර ගිහින් හාන්සි වෙන්න. Right. Right. First one is velocity u, no? All right. P this way. This angle is theta. Tan theta is g retardation, no? When this comes to maximum height means velocity v. This is p. This is p. Okay. Right now, second one q is projected when p is here. Then p begins to move down. At the same moment, only q begins to move up. Then definitely, while p is moving down, q is moving up. On the way, they meet. Understand? After this moment, that means after p began to move down. At the moment p begins to move down, only q begins from O. Then you can see once they meet here, this is a distance moved by p downward, this is a distance moved by q upward. What can you say the sum of the displacements should be equal to the maximum height ascended by particle p? Am I correct? Am I correct? Correct, no? Yes. That idea you should have in your mind. Right. Lassana diagram. මොකක්ද යන්නේ ෆෝන් එකේ? තාරුක් සත්ම ඉන්නේ. ඒක තමයි. ඕකේ ඔය යන්නේ. සංජු ඔයත් බැලුවද? ඔය මොකද ඉෂිෂි බලන්නේ? ෆෝන් එක අනිත් පතරවන්න. ඉෂිෂි බලන්න එපා. කොල්ලොන්ගේ තියෙන වැඩ නේද? ලස්සන කිල්ලක් යනවා අරකේ. Right? This is the to you. Right. Now Q is projected at this moment. This is time moment we projected. Okay. Right. After coming to highest point, P moving down. Therefore, I can produce this line. Okay. I take another 10 minutes only, yeah, to finish this. Who need to go? If you want, you can go. This also moving now upward means under gravity G. This line and that line must be parallel to each other. Right? Two lines are parallel to each other. I'll take people the time moment they meet here. The time moment they meet here, I take. Until that moment only, we supposed to sketch the VT graph. This is theta, tan theta G. This is also theta, tan theta G. Okay. I take this as O. This is A. This is B. This is E. This is F. This is D. This is C. This is G. Okay, right. Tan theta G, we know. Maximum height ascended by P. For the first question. The particle meet at T this, velocity of Q this, height to the meet. Yes. Okay. This is Q now. Huh? Right. Maximum height ascended by P. Equals what? OAB area. OAB area. Correct, no? People, what can say this area? B, C, D, F area. B, C, D, F area should be equal to what? Ah. This is the moment P begins to move down. This VT graph. This is the area. You win this. Okay? What is this area? Area ascended by Q just before meeting. This area. This plus this stands for what? This plus this. That means what? Maximum height ascended by P. Therefore, BFDC area should be equal to what? OAB area. Am I correct? Am I correct? Yes. That we use in the question. Right. Okay. Right. Now, tan theta you can write. Tan theta. Tan theta U over OB. Tan theta G. Bring G here, OB here. OB means U over G. This time is U over G. Right. OAB area. Half base U over G into U squared over 2G. Marks coming like this. For this 5, this 5. Right. Right. Now we can write another one line, write down like this. When P and Q meet, when P and Q meet, the sum of the distances moved by them is equal to maximum height. It is equal to maximum height ascended by P. Put 5 marks for this. That statement 5 marks. That statement 5 marks. Therefore, BCDF area equals U squared over 2G. BCDF area U squared over 2G. People, what is this? BCDF. It's a parallelogram. What is this height from here to here? 2U. What is the area of parallelogram? Base into perpendicular height. I'm going to take this as T. Right. I'm going to take that as T. So what is that? 2U into T. U squared over 2G. This and this we can cancel down. T equals U over 4G. 5 marks for this. And 5 marks for this. Then was the time to meet each other? This time, man. This time. Therefore, time to meet each other. For that, U over G this time plus T. T means this. U over 2G. What is that? 3U over 2G. Is that? 4G, no? Yeah, 4G. It's 4G. Then 5U over 4G. The first answer we get. So then another 5 marks come in for this. Right. What is the next asking? Velocity of Q at the meeting point is this. We'll take this as W. We can write tan theta. Tan theta of the 2U minus W divided by this is T. Tan theta G. T brings here, T is U over 4G. 2U minus W. This and this you can cancel down, bring this W here. 2U minus U over 4. W. 7 U over 4. Correct, no? Ini kerjaan. Ada sian nih. Right, no? Yes. People, next one. Height to the meeting point. Right, here the marks come in this way. For the tan theta, 5 marks. This answer, other 5 marks. Right. Right. So then in words, you must write. Therefore, velocity of Q when they meet. 7U by 4 for that another 5 marks. Don't keep W, huh? Therefore, velocity of Q when they meet. Write down that in words. Therefore, velocity of Q when they meet. 7U over 4. For that statement in 5 marks. Okay. Height to the point from O. What is that? B BCDE area, no? Height to the meeting point? Huh? BCDE area. Huh? Okay, now write. Height to meeting point. Even what? BCDE area. What is that? Huh? Trapezium. Half sum of the parallel sides into perpendicular height. Half sum of parallel sides. What is the first side? 2u. Other one is w. Huh? 2u. Huh? W. 7u by 4 into perpendicular height t. T is u over 4g. Lamai. Okay, simplify karna 10 lamai answer, right? This is 5. For the answer, simplify this. 15u squared over 32g. For this another 5 marks. Okay. That also you must write in words. Therefore, height to the meeting point from O is 15u squared over 32g. Write that in words. You get 5 marks. Okay. Last one asking people. Who did the last part? Right. Okay. Who did the last part? Did. Good. Let's see. Drawing a separate diagram of velocity time graph for the motion of P relative to Q. Motion of P relative to Q. Motion of P relative to Q. All right. Okay. Think like this. You have to first understand this. Right. We can take down a small note. This is the very first time you do this kind of question. Right. People, suppose we have a particle A moving upwards. Particle B also moving upwards. Okay. What is the acceleration of A relative to Earth? Upward direction minus G. Am I correct? Upward direction we have what? Retardation? No? Upward direction, retardation. Retardation is what? Retardation means minus acceleration. Correct? No? I'm writing acceleration of A relative to Earth. Direction upwards. That direction we have what? What? Minus G, no? Yes. What is acceleration of B relative to Earth? Also minus G. Right. Now people, I am going to find, while both are moving upwards with the retardation G, I am going to find acceleration of A relative to B or acceleration of B relative to A by using the principle of relative acceleration. Tell me if I need to find acceleration of A relative to B by using the principle of relative acceleration, how to write? Principle of relative acceleration is same as writing what? Principle of relative velocity. Only thing is, instead of V, we use A for the acceleration. Yes. A comma E, comma B. People here. A comma E, I write like this. I interchange this order, minus sign coming. A, B comma E. Right. A comma E here, upwards minus G, minus B comma E, upwards minus G. Okay. This arrow common for both, I can take out. Here we have minus G, minus plus G. Oh, what? Minus G plus G, 0. What do you mean by this? Relative to A. So relative to B, acceleration of A is what? 0. If we take the other way also, we must get 0, no? No need to check it. Now I take, one is moving up, other one is moving down. All right, first case take, second case this, right? Hurry up, take down this. Actually, when we were doing this lesson, not relative velocity, this BT graph, we can't talk about what relative motion. Why? That occasion you are very small guy, kindergarten guys, no. This is the time to give this idea after finishing relative velocity and relative acceleration. Second one we take, A moving upwards, B moving downward. Acceleration of A to Earth upwards minus G. Acceleration of B to Earth downward plus G. Downward plus G. ලියන්න බොන්න පුළුවන් පස්සේ අඩියක් ගෙහුවේ නැත්නම් වැඩ කරන්නේ නැහැ නේ. Right. Acceleration of A relative to B, BAE plus AEB. Right. This is AE minus G minus, I interchange this order, then minus sign come in, downward G. Now see what happens there. This minus sign and this upward arrow I take together. Minus sign and upward arrow, when I take together, what can I say? We get downward arrow, no? Downward arrow. This and this we take together. Downward G minus downward G. All right. Take downward arrow out. G minus G. 0. What do you mean by that? When both, one is up moving up, other one is moving down. Again, relative to one, acceleration of other is 0. People, this way, same way we can prove when both are moving down under gravity. What can say? Acceleration of any object relative to other is 0. Right. Then we write a statement like this. එදලමයි සත්තයි again. Write down one statement. When two objects move under gravity vertically, when two objects move under gravity vertically, when two objects move under gravity vertically, acceleration of any object relative to other is 0. Relative to other is 0. Right. Okay, now it's very easy. තමයි දැන් අපි මෙන්න මෙහෙම හිතන්නේ. වැඩි කලබල කරගන්න එපා. මුකුත් වැඩි කරන්න දෙයක් නැහැ. Right. Now you know people, now you know, until the first particle P goes to maximum height, Q is resting on the earth. Ask it to draw what? BT graph of P relative to Q. No? Then our axis should be what? This. This is the axis now. Velocity of P relative to Q. Am I correct? Until particle P goes to maximum height, Q is resting on the earth. Then that motion of P, since Q is resting on the earth, what is that? Velocity of P relative to Q, no? Why? Q is resting on the earth, no? That means VT graph of P relative to Q is same as VT graph of P relative to earth. What is this part? VT graph of P relative to earth until it moves highest point. During that time, Q also resting at ground. Therefore, velocity graph of P relative to Q until P reaches to the maximum height is what? same as this. Am I correct? This way. හරි. ඔන්න ළමයි මෙතනින් පස්සේ පොඩ්ඩක් හිතන්න. ආසයි. Now people, after reaching this Q, now P is here, right? Now Q begins to move here. After reaching to the maximum height, P begins to move down with acceleration G. Q moves this way, retardation G. Now, to include into this diagram, we need acceleration of P relative to Q. Understand? Why? In the VT graph, by the gradient, we get acceleration, no? This time, the VT graph is velocity time graph of P relative to Q. Therefore, by the gradient, we get what? Yes, acceleration of P relative to Q. Now tell me, once the P moves downward and Q moves upward under gravity, according to this note we learned here, what is the acceleration of P relative to Q? Should be 0. Acceleration means what? Gradient. Gradient should be 0. Understand? Wait now. Secondly, people, we need what? Velocity of P relative to Q. Write down now. Write down. By the VT graph of P relative to Q, by the VT graph of P relative to Q, the gradient of the graph, gives acceleration of P relative to Q. Acceleration of P relative to Q. Write down. Until the particle P reaches to the maximum height. Until the particle P reaches to the maximum height. Until the particle P reaches to the maximum height. Since Q is at rest on the earth, since Q is rest on the earth, the VT graph of P, relative to Q should be same as VT graph of P relative to earth. VT graph of P relative to earth. VT graph of P relative to earth. Write down. After both P and Q begin to move, acceleration of P relative to Q, is 0. Acceleration of P relative to Q is 0. All right. Now, people, another one more. Right. We write this way. At the maximum height of P. At the maximum height of P. Tell me, people, velocity of P relative to Earth? 0. Downward or upward, we don't know. At the maximum height of P, velocity of Q. Tell me, when P is at the maximum height, velocity of Q? Upwards to you. Sanju? To you. Now we need one. Velocity of P relative to Q. That also we have to include into this. Apply principle of relative velocity. VPE plus VEQ. Right. Lamai, make a 0. Make a මාරු කරන්න අනිත් පැත්ත. QE. Right. Minus this way. QE to you. Understood? Right. Minus upward means what? Downward. Right. What is this, people? Relative to Q, velocity of P is what? Initially to U. Acceleration of P relative to Q is 0. When acceleration is 0, does the initial velocity change? No. Then what can say? Throughout the motion, velocity of P relative to Q is what? To U, what direction? Downward. People, you know, this above the time axis up we took what? Velocity is positive. Then where is that? Down minus 2u. Then we must mark minus 2u. Here minus 2u. After this, velocity is 2u. Acceleration 0. What is the diagram? What's something like? Yes, this way. Right. This is the PT graph of P relative to Q. Understood. අල්ලගත්තා නේද ළමයි? Right. Okay. For these things, people. Yes. Okay. Marks coming like this. මෙන්න මේකට ළමයි එනවා ඔයගොල්ලන්ට 5ක් එනවා. මේකට 5යි ළමයි. මේකට 10යි. Right. That's the end of the paper number 7. Right. That's the end of paper number 11. Right. 220. ඒක අහුණාද ශාමිනී? වැඩි සෙට් වුණානේ. සෙට් වෙලා ඉන්නේ දැන්.